name. Please give your name and address. Due to the lateness of the hour, I'm going to ask that it be 2 minutes per person tonight. I note that there are 6 people that are going to talk about the employee. I would ask 2 things. First of all, if possible, to collapse the comments. Secondly, we have a policy that we do not like the names of the teachers spoken. That's with the contact with the union, and I'd ask that for privacy. And lastly, I would want to know that this situation is in the radar of the administration and is being looked at right now. First person, Brittany Brown.
And the issue I would like to talk about today is our comms team and the coaching issue. This year, I think that we had the worst year we ever had as far as coaching and things go with that, because our coach was very disrespectful. She was immature, rude. She put her hands on girls, not in a harmful way, where someone would be hurting us and have to go to the hospital, but it was just disrespectful because the coach shouldn't. Me personally, me and her had issues, and she brought those issues into practice. And I tried to handle them with a business manner with her, because I'm mature enough to know that you don't bring your personal issues into practice, even though there should have been no personal issues in her because she's an adult and I'm still a child. But she would take those out on me in practice, and there was an occasion where she actually mugged me on the school bus. I didn't say anything about it then, and I didn't act on it because I wasn't trying to make a scene, and I wasn't trying to be the aggressor in the situation. But I did bring it to some of the parents, and I told them what happened. And there was also times when she took out her frustration by yelling at me, and in a disrespectful way, yes, if I do something wrong, chastise me, tell me what I do wrong, be respectful, so I can listen to what you're saying. If you're yelling at me, I can't listen to what you're saying. And she's also immature because when we went on our trip to nationals in Florida, it was still really fun for us, and I felt like she was more worried about herself. It was times when she would go off on her own, even the girls that she was supposed to be chaperoning, and there was times she was nowhere to be found. And she was supposed to be worried about us before she was worried about herself. And by the end of the year, she's our coach. She's supposed to know our routine, and she's supposed to be able to help us.
There's no Washington here. Mr. Washington, are the other 5 the people on the team or parents associated with the team?
Yes, they are.
No, could you take them out and talk to them and get a...
Yes,
Would that be acceptable?
Mr. Gerald and I have a situation for a student meeting on tomorrow about this.
Right. Could you talk to them?
Yes, please.
Thank you very much. Viola Smith. Viola. Keisha Woods. Alicia Johnson. And Sharon and Jewel Green. Next, Jess Armstrong.
Dr. Armstrong, 942 North County Street. While talking with some of my friends who are still students at Waukegan High School, they were explaining to me in detail the most recent fights in the lunchroom and in front of the school. I understand that every fight cannot be stopped, but I think with our new cameras and our safety staff, some of these fights wouldn't result with heads smashed through windows or students leaving in ambulances. This really disturbs me because in the last 3.5 years I was a student at Waukegan High School, 3 of my fellow classmates died from violence from another WHS student. No, it didn't happen in the school hallway, but is that what's coming to next? I was talking to another WHS student, Waukegan School student, this afternoon who saw an awful fight in the locker room yesterday. The lights were turned off and the victim was jumped. Where are the teachers? Or the safety? Even I know the locker room is the most common place to fight. This student also said that the metal detectors aren't doing anything. One boy had a knife and the other had a pistol. Metal detectors are supposed to be keeping weapons out of our school. If they're not used on every person entering the school and obviously aren't used properly, what do we need them for? When metal detectors and safety guards aren't being effective, what do we do next? Besides guns and knives, what do you do when the weapon is another student? This is where our safety should come in. They should be reacting quickly and efficiently to all disruptions during the day. I don't want to brag on you and tell you how disappointed I am in our safety at the high school and even our middle school, but I am. It's disappointing to hear that some of the safety at the middle school are being pulled out in the afternoons to go to high school. Why? Leave them at middle school. They need it too. All the safety guards in the world mean nothing if they're not trained properly. I understand we only have safety guards, but our schools are nowhere near safe. I think it's time to step it up a notch. We need security. Also, I asked the board in October to have safety drills if a weapon or bomb went off during school. I was told that they had planned to do that already. Why hadn't it been done? I would think after the incident at Abbott Middle School, this would be a top priority. This is dangerous. I ask that we reconsider our safety guards, step it up a notch, and have everyone trained properly. I also ask that we have safety drills, not only for fires, but for weapons and explosives.